Hi all, today we will start with the next phase of the compiler, that is code optimization. We have already learned the other phases: lexical analyzer, syntax analyzer, semantic analyzer, and intermediate code generation. And in this code optimization, we have to see the topics: principal sources of optimization and the optimization of basic blocks. So we'll start with the principal sources of optimization. We can see that the optimization is actually you are going to improve the code what we have generated, and we need to improve the code that is actually known as the optimization, and it can be done by the faster execution or what is actually optimization is. That is, optimization is actually improving the code. By improving the code, we have to understand that it will execute faster than it has been executed earlier, and it will consume less resources. We know the resources are some of the resources are CPU, memory, etc. We need to make less use of these resources so that the code can be improved, or it can get faster, it can get executed more faster. And we can see that look at the figure here. All the other phases, the lexical, syntax, semantic, and the intermediate code will come under the front end, and the source program which is given is actually going through this block, and it will have the lexical, syntax, semantic, intermediate code, and after that we will get the intermediate code, and it is given to the code optimization, and this code optimization will make it faster, and then this optimized code is given for the actual code generation, and we will get the target program. We can see that the code optimization phase is actually an optional phase. We can go generate the target program without going through the code optimization phase. So it is an optional phase. Why? Because it will take 40% of the extra compilation time. To avoid that, you can make it optional. But the advantage is that it will take, after the optimization, it will take only 25% less storage, and it is 3 times more faster. And we can see that these are the advantages, but 40% is the extra compilation time. So it is given as an option for the person. Okay. And then you can see that the optimization can be classified into two. That is the local optimization and global optimization. The local optimization is actually the transformation. The optimization is applied over the local small segments of the program, or you can say that the optimization is done on the basic block. It is applied over the small segments. Then it is called the local optimization. Then the global optimization is the transformations are applied over a program unit, that is over a function or a procedure. Then it is called as the global optimization. So the area wise, that as the term specifies, if it is done over a smaller segments, then it is local. If it is done over the larger areas, then it is known as the global optimization. And you can see that the local optimization is actually performed before the global optimization. Now we will see some topics coming under the optimization, that is the function preserving transformation. There are a number of ways in which a compiler can improve the program without changing the function. That is known as the function preserving transformation. The compiler will improve the program without changing the function. That is, the small changes are done over the function. Examples are the common sub-expression elimination, copy propagation, dead code elimination, and constant folding. We will see one by one. What is common sub-expression elimination? The common sub-expression elimination will have equivalent expression. Equivalent expression means the common sub-expression which is yielding the same value. See the example. Suppose this is A is equal to B into C and X is equal to Y plus Z, and after some time we are calculating X is equal to B into C plus 10. And you can see that this B into C is repeated here. So under the elimination, so this is actually the sub-expression. And the common sub-expression, this is a sub-expression which is a common sub-expression which has been computed earlier as A is equal to B into C. So if we eliminate this, what will happen? T is equal to B into C. And what you can do, when you again calculate the B into C, you need not have to calculate this B into C. You can substitute this B into C as T. So this is known as the common sub-expression elimination, and it will have equivalent expression. So this is the equivalent expression. Next is the copy propagation. The copy propagation, in the function, you will have some copy statements. Inside the function, you will have some copy statements. For example, f is equal to g. Then f is equal to g, that is assignment statement. X is equal to pi. And the idea behind the copy propagation is to use these variables instead of, you can use this variable, that is the pi or g, instead of f or x whenever it is possible. I'll repeat, you can use g or pi in statements whenever it is possible instead of f and x. For example, you can see here, x is equal to pi. It is given like that. And the area is calculated as x into r into r. And this copy statement, this is the copy statement. What you can do is, you can use the pi instead of x in the other statements, which is again calculating a is equal to pi into r into r. What we have done is only we have replaced this x by pi. So you can see that it is actually not an improvement, but we can eliminate the use of that particular variable x. That is only happening here in the case of copy propagation.